Hi everybody, how are you? It's Mike Andrew. I want to talk a little bit about the consulting profession. And I say that as one who has been a consultant. I had my own business. And I've worked very closely with some of the biggest named consulting firms around the world. Very closely with them. And I've been a recipient of some of their work, which they do good work. They work very, very hard. But I came across an article today by one of the big consulting firms, probably the number one branded management consulting firm in the world. And the article caught my attention. It said, "Why so many bad bosses still rise to the top?" I'm like, whoa, this should be interesting. Why so many bad managers displayed narcissism, overconfidence, low EQ, or emotional intelligence. Do you know one of the first things they started getting into was gender? The differences in genders and gender gap when it comes to performance, potential, EQ, or emotional intelligence. I said, come on. These people need more corporate management exposure or more corporate management experience. They're in this world of consulting world where I don't think they're always meeting reality. Smart people, but not always relevant. Right below that, this consultant said, it doesn't matter whether the leader identifies as a male or female. This is what they're getting into, this number one consulting firm in the world. This is what they're talking about around this topic. All I know is the work I've done over the years and the work I'm currently doing when we're involved with talent management and we're identifying and selecting future leaders or identifying and selecting people into executive roles, to executive appointments, where we look at a track record of performance. We look at their level of competencies and leadership, how they've been assessed. We look at how they interview and display executive presence, how they demonstrate executive intelligence, EQ, and a level of self-awareness and interpersonal and social savvy. We don't think about whether it's a man or a woman or whether there's a gender gap or certainly not whether they identify. So come on, get with it, get with the real world, get some executive experience. Talent management to me is about identifying those people for future leadership roles, whether they're in executive roles or on their track for executive roles, that consistently have a track record of performance and have demonstrated the ability to grow and develop their people, and they do so with integrity and humility and treating people with dignity. Nothing to do with gender gaps. That's a good leader, whether they identify. I don't really like to use that word. So sorry for being blunt. I just had to get this message out there today and just focus on real world talent management issues. Thank you for listening.